Number 5. Gachin, a Japanese ghost hunter from the YouTube channel Clip Store, begins his investigation into a spooky old abandoned house in Nagasaki, Japan. The home is rumored to be very haunted. Locals assert that there is a sinister curse on the land since about 15 years ago. A family unexpectedly perished within the house in the most appalling of circumstances. Gachin makes the decision to travel alone and simply packs his camera because the house is not very big.
カレンダー2007年4月14年前からこの状態ってことですね。まあ確かに置いてあるものが時代を感じるというか VHS だもんね。ちょっと待って足音がする。人がいる。2階に人がいる。マジか。出るか。いやでも気づいてるはずだよね。こっちに。誰かいますか？
Things rapidly become pretty eerie once you're inside. The paranormal investigator goes upstairs to look after his suspicions that he might not be alone in the house.
なんだこれ。誰もいませんか？うわ、包丁？くそ。ちょっともう嘘や。いやマジで。誰かいますよね。いやもうちょっと待って。いや本当帰るんでごめんなさい。
Glass fragments and scariest of all, a knife are discovered by Gachin. A bell is then heard shortly after from someplace inside the house. The ghost hunter eventually decides to return home because she has had enough of the unsettling noises.
さすがにこのままでは帰れないので、さっきねちょっと物音が激しかったと思われる部屋にいるんですけど、家中探してみたんですけど誰もいないんだよ。動物でもなさそうだしさ、でなんかさっき多分あれ仏壇の鐘の音だよね。
Captures something utterly horrific as he descends the creaky old steps. Right behind the ghost hunting man at the top of the stairs, a pair of legs can be seen dangling from the ceiling. John departs the abandoned house without realizing what he just captured until he just watches the video later at home.
絶対なんかさ、絶対落としたんだよ。マジで。もう嫌だ俺。くそ。もうちょっとこれ以上はいられないです。帰ります。
He and his viewers are both shocked by the ominous sight of the strange, unexplainable legs. Gaishin now thinks the house is really haunted. However, whether or not it is true, the video is still quite upsetting. Number 4. Like something from a nightmare. The two paranormal sleuths were contacted by Histrina, a dedicated follower of the YouTube channel Panormus, regarding the terrible experiences she had while staying in room 313 at the Northwood Hotel in Winnipeg, Canada. Christina claims that she spent 2 nights alone herself in the hotel in 2008 while attending a convention. On the first night around 2 a.m., she was in room 313. Christina awakens in utter fear, paralyzed from head to toe. She observes as a man in the shadows peering around the bathroom doorway with a menacing grin glances at her. She claims to have immediately puked after passing out, but she doesn't remember doing so until hours later. Christina makes a call to her friend, who makes an effort to reassure her and tell her that she was probably simply having a scary episode of sleep paralysis. The night after, though, is not any better. In Christina's nightmare, she sees a burning man floating by her window. Her phone rings, waking her up. He's almost in hysterics. And it's her lover. He claims to have had a very real dream in which a man broke into her room and brutally assaulted her. Right away, Christina simply gets up and leaves the hotel. She goes to the room the following morning to gather her belongings and is startled. The window is wide open and her suitcase has been searched. When she phones her friend, he says he doesn't remember calling her the previous night. Christina claims that the incident is a complete mystery because there have never been any reports of paranormal activity at the Norwood Hotel. Jordan and Johnny from the Paranormal Squad go to the Norwood Hotel's room 313 to see if they can locate any paranormal artifacts. The boys first have trouble capturing much of anything, and they start to doubt whether the whole episode wasn't just sleep paralysis. But then, the team's gear starts to operate quite differently, especially in Jordan's immediate vicinity.
Especially around Jordan.
What are you thinking so far?
Thinking that it could have just been a sleep paralysis episode. You know?
It could have been wrong?
It sounded like wrong. And it won't focus on you.
Really?
Now it is.
When Johnny wonders aloud whether Christina had sleep paralysis rather than an unusual occurrence. The spirit box appears to give incorrect answers. Jordan is suddenly out of focus on Johnny's camera when Johnny starts using an SLS camera. He once more encounters a very strange problem. The SLS camera makes no mention of Jordan.
It won't even pick you up.
It won't pick me up?
No.
What if I go like this?
No, it won't pick you up.
Really? That's weird.
It wouldn't. It's like, what the hell's going on? It wouldn't pick. It was blurring you out.
Is there something around me right now that's interfering with the electronics?
It won't pick Jordan up.
To make matters even creepier, the team left a motion-activated doll in the restroom. It now starts to malfunction as well. The two companions' motion in front of the motion-activated doll is not seen by it at all. Then out of nowhere, it starts functioning once more.
The doll won't go off. Jordan,
What?
come look. The doll won't go off. We just changed batteries. Look at this.
Wow. Usually she doesn't shut up.
What? You walk in front of it. Okay, hang on. Stay there. Flip it around. I want to just keep this in one shot to see. What?
There she goes.
But she's not making any
She's
noise.
not making any noise. That is weird.
She's not saying anything. Whoa. What is that noise? You hear it still?
Sounds like a tapping. Let's check it out.
Heavy. You hear it still? I can still hear it from here.
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure where it's coming from. It almost sounds like, yeah, like water.
Oh my god. Nobody.
Johnny and Jordan settle into the hotel beds. They then hear something incredibly strange. From somewhere inside the bathroom, a gentle tapping sound can be heard. But the two pals are unable to identify the origin. The main door is making a loud noise, but no one is visible outside in the hallway. That's extremely disturbing, but did you notice it? Jordan walks by a mirror as he stands up to check out the tapping coming from the restroom. He doesn't have a reflection, despite the fact that it is extremely evident both early and later in the investigation. Now, for some reason, Jordan seems to be at the center of everything that is happening, almost as if something evil has clung to him like it did to Christina years previously. Now, maybe that might all be accounted by a fortuitous piece of equipment breaking down and a really strange compression fault. What happens afterward, though, is much trickier to describe. The two detectives set up a laser grid, activated by a motion-activated REM pod, and turn on the K2 meter before retiring for the evening. They nod out while a camera continues to film the entire night. The REM pod and K2 meter both go off at around 4:15 in the morning, waking the two men. The following event is genuinely terrifying. It appears that a shadow figure is blocking the laser grid and slowly making its way towards Jordan until it is almost on top of him. Could this be the spectral presence of the men Christina saw in room 313 all those years ago? After they posted their study on YouTube, the paranormal team only realized what this terrible creature was. It was brought up by spectators. So, is room 313 eerily alive? Please share your ideas in the comment section. Number 3, right behind you. Ricky Velasquez, a paranormal investigator, is challenged to investigate an allegedly severely haunted abandoned mansion in Mexico. Fans of Ricky believe he won't be able to stay in the eerie house for more than an hour. Ricky accepts the challenge and starts the live YouTube broadcast as he enters the house. He has no notion of what's awful past might have occurred there, or why the site would be haunted. But he soon understands that the paranormal legend surrounding the mansion might be a little more than true than he initially believed.
Ok, esto sí me huele mal.
Ricky has just been inside the room for 18 minutes when he already starts to experience unusual phenomena. He also hears a big crash within the house. He moves upstairs to carry on his investigation.
Hola. Ay, güey. Ok. Pero me ha tocado cosas más feas. ¿Qué es un balcón o qué? Un balconcito. Qué gusto está, ¿verdad? No, ya vale madre. Oh, la bestia. Se va a caer. No. Uy. ¿Qué mierda es eso?
The paranormal investigator nearly hits the ground below the roof, but watchers of Ricky's live show were also stunned by other things. Because you heard it this time, Ricky is about to collapse through the floor when he hears a creepy voice talking softly. Ricky doesn't notice anything unusual until he's on the second story and keeps hearing strange noises coming from behind him. However, he never sees anyone when he turns around. By aiming the camera at himself and the space behind him, he makes an effort to see what he has been hearing.
No mames. Ok, creo que me está dando pánico. Aquí hay algo más.
Now that Ricky can hear the eerie whispers for himself, he begins to wonder if he is indeed alone. However, he musters his courage. He enters the upstairs restroom, where he decides to keep exploring. And what occurs next is really horrific.
Hola. Empiezo a sentir helado. ¿Qué se escuchó? Hola.
sees a woman's pale figure standing behind him and flees in utter horror. The spooky phantom almost appears to have one eye that is entirely black-white when the video is slowed down and enhanced. So having spent only 30 minutes inside the abandoned building, Ricky decides enough is enough and simply exits. Then is it true, or is everything really a sophisticated hoax? Ultimately, it is up to you. Number 2. The Woman and White. Musician Adderley leaves at Leibowitz from Torreon, Mexico is driving home late one night on Eliza Ontori on the highway when he spots something truly disturbing. A woman dressed in white can be seen running in the emergency lane of the highway, her arms outstretched in a strange way. Some video commenters even suggested that it looks like the woman has no head. Levis actually thought he might be hallucinating at first, as he was extremely tired from his long drive home. But later, he checks his dashcam footage and he's shocked to discover that the woman was 100% real. She says he has no idea why a woman would be running down the dangerous and busy highway so late at night. He says that he thinks he might have captured a ghost on camera. But what do you think? Is this encounter paranormal or just weird? You decide. Number 1. The Homeless Man. Chris is the owner of the well-known YouTube channel Urbex Sale, which frequently has uploads about Chris investigating eerie and abandoned locations, many of which are haunted. The following video, which was uploaded to his channel a little over a month ago, does not however have any paranormal elements. Simply put, it's a horrifying and upsetting video that will make your skin crawl. Chris sets out to investigate the Cleveland, Ohio Westinghouse Electric Factory, which is now abandoned and historically significant. He explores the factory and discovers that everything is in total disarray and has undoubtedly seen better days. But in the process, he also learns something awful.
This place is so wet. Oh, you scared the fuck out of me. Yo. You need some help, bro? Yo. He's not even responding. I'm gonna leave him alone. Get out of his way.
Chris makes an audible gasp as he turns the corner, startling what appears to be a homeless man hiding in the corner who either doesn't see Chris or chooses not to pay him any attention. A few minutes later, you can make out something more that Chris seems to not to have noticed before on the left side of the screen. There's
a lot of bats down here too, damn. Let's keep going. There's a lot of bats down here too, damn. There's a lot of bats down here too, damn.
A few minutes later, Chris is exploring a particularly decaying area of the structure when he comes upon a display that stops him in his tracks and has him paralyzed in fear. Look at this.
Oh shit. Oh, look. Damn, there's a bunch of homeless people down here.
Chris waits a short while before deciding to depart and end the meeting, which was probably for the best. Although it's possible that these people were harmless, you shouldn't ever wait to find out for sure. So please hit the subscribe button and also hit the little bell icon so that you're always notified when a new video is posted. Hopefully, I'll see you again next time.